Hey, Mara, what was all of that about?
What are you talking about? I have no idea what you're going on about right now.
Please stop playing dumb with me. Why was the key to the house changed on me while I've been out? I never heard anything from anybody about how it was going to be changed today. Right now I can't even unlock the door to let myself in.
There was no reason for anyone to tell you about it happening. Had someone told you, then there would have been no point to the rest of my plan. My plan was to punish you by doing so.
I really don't get why you want to be punishing me right now. Did I do anything to you recently that's made you upset with me?
Huh? Oh, don't start telling me you have no idea what I'm talking about. The fact that you're my son's wife of all people means you shouldn't be going out again late into the night to drink and play around.
To drink and play around? I think you're a bit mistaken, Mara. I had to stay late at work again tonight, and that ended up going until 10 p.m. before I was able to end my shift and come home.
Stop lying to me about having to work overtime. I want a jobless and useless woman like you out of my house.
Why do you continue to think that everything I'm telling you about my job is a lie?
You take a look at your husband and learn your place right now. Marcus happens to be working for one of the largest companies in the state, and even while he's doing all of that hard work, he comes home during the middle of the day to work remotely because he's always worried about me. Unlike you, who's always leaving this house and me behind, he's actually here caring for his family.
What I'm about to say is just words. But that son of yours who is always around the house with you never once does anything to actually take care of you or the house. Things like cleaning, laundry, and cooking are all things I've been having to do, right? So don't start telling me to take a look at what my husband is doing when all he's doing is coming home to do absolutely nothing all day long.
Marcus is my son, which means that he doesn't have to do any housework here. And also, he happens to be making $30,000 a month at his job, which is more than enough for me. A deadbeat like yourself having to do all of the chores here is the only thing you're good for anymore.
Right. I get what's going on here now. You're being made to believe something that really isn't true at all now.
Huh? I'm not listening to my son's wife talk about nonsense now. Anyhow, you're going to stay outside for the night and let the cold January air cool your head off for me. But make sure you're still around for tomorrow so that you can get all the chores done. If you're not here to do them, I will never forgive you.
This is beyond unreal.
Mara, I'm sorry, but you're not going to get me to shut up anymore if that's the way you're going to act. And I'm not going to shut up anymore either with how you've been behaving. Always making such a big deal out of absolutely nothing at all.
What do you mean by that? You have no right saying that to me now after you just punched someone in the face with your frickin' ashtray.
I was just letting the parasite that decided to take a nap on the couch know that I will not allow her to slack off.
I was just laying down for 5 minutes. Because I had nowhere to sleep last night being locked out of the house, I had to go to the nearest fast food joint and sit there working all night long. And yet I still made sure to come back here this morning to do all the chores for you, right? I have done everything I was asked to do by you and Marcus.
Oh, don't start acting like you're all that when all you ever do is some hopeless part-time job.
Part-time job? So now you're thinking that the only thing I do all day is work a part-time job?
That's what Marcus told me about you. He told me to stop taking all my anger out on you so much for what you've been doing, but I have been at my limits for long enough here. Oh, Marcus is such a kind little man.
And so instead of listening to what your son told you, you instead took a metal ashtray and smacked me upside the head with it, sending me to the hospital?
You really think that me hitting you in the head like that required you to go see a doctor? I'm getting really, really fed up with your lame jokes. I'm sure you're not even at the hospital right now and are instead out drinking and playing around again, right?
I am going to get the documents from my doctor and I'll come home and show you I wasn't kidding.
Things like that can be faked using a computer very easily. You're not going to fool me with any of that. I need my son to divorce this night owl whore as soon as possible for me. All you are is a complete bitch that's taking advantage of my Marcus to live life without ever having to take any responsibility for anything.
Excuse me, Marcus? So, what you're telling your mom is that I'm not only a part-time worker now, but that I go out and screw around all night while drinking? From what I can see, all you've been doing now is trying to make yourself look like a polished pile of crap right in front of your mom, telling her such things about your wife.
Lena, I had no other choice, alright? My mom has always had really high hopes for me as her son. Ever since my dad ended up divorcing her like that, I've only been a family that she's had. You can understand that for me, right?
So, what you're going to tell me this time is that I just have to endure being treated like crap all because you have to make yourself look semi-decent in front of your mom?
Nobody ever said you had to be treated like crap. Are you really that irritated with me right now?
Of course I frickin' am! You even heard how loud your mom was yelling at me today when you were in your bedroom, right? And no excuses about your door being closed so you couldn't hear any of it either, because she was so loud that it made the walls shake. Seriously, dude, that freaking hurt like a bitch.
I see. But I'm asking you to please just bear through it for me. Making a massive deal out of this would only make more problems for me, right?
Excuse me?
I am really trying my very best right now, okay? But don't think that it's only you having to put up with how tough things are here. And in the past, you were the one who was helped by me, right? So, how about you help me out a little now by bearing with it for the time being?
In other words, what you're saying is that you don't care that your own mom assaulted me with an ashtray and won't do anything else to try and get her to calm down? Marcus, is that seriously what you're saying?
My mom is related to me by blood. When it comes to you, you're not related to either one of us by blood, making you kind of like a stranger in this household. Makes sense why you're not at the top of our list, right?
Listen here. If you don't cut that crap right the hell now, you are going to really piss this sleeping giant off.
I get it. I really have no other choice then, do I? I'll go have another talk with her about all this. Will that be enough for me to make you happy again? Now, I have a lot going on right now, so I have to go.
Lena, I seem to have had a really big misunderstanding about you up until now.
Mara, what exactly did you have such a big misunderstanding about?
It sounds like I really didn't take the time to understand you like I should have been before. After having my son come out and explain everything to me about you, I was finally able to realize the wrongs of my ways with you. So I'm very sorry about everything I've done to you today and yesterday.
Mara, if you're really aware of who I am now, then I suppose that's some great news to my ears.
That's right. Really, Marcus is such a good little boy. The fact that he was willing to take you as his wife and never abandon such a mentally handicapped woman like you.
Huh?
The real reason you had to go to the hospital yesterday was to go see your psychiatrist, right? I finally understand how things have been for you. Even if you've been a total pain in the butt for everyone in this family, that behavior isn't truly you, but your mental illness, right? Back in my day, people were never very accepting of things like that, hence why I was so unaware of the person you really are and the disabilities you have.
Hold on. What are you actually going on about right now? I never went to the hospital to go see a psychiatrist. I was there getting my head treated after you went and screwed it up with that metal ashtray.
But, Lena, someone with a mental handicap, a mental illness, aren't able to work normal jobs like the rest of us people, right? Marcus never told me anything about what you've been going through all this time. Oh, he really is the nicest boy ever, trying to protect you from my ignorance. But even if you are mentally disabled, that does not give you permission to be my son's wife. I'm going to have to ask you to pack up your things and leave this house at once for me.
Seriously, I'm not screwing around at all right now, you rotten bitch. That damn Marcus. I guess it's true that if the parents are both complete and total piles of rotten trash, so is their kid.
What? No way. So you really are that kind of a toxic woman. You are a monster for trying to deceive me. I'm going to have to protect my son from such a beast as you right now.
Ugh, screw this shit. I am leaving your house right now. But are you 100% certain that that's what you want to happen? Because the moment I start packing up all my stuff and head out the door, that's it for me and I'm never coming back.
I'm totally okay with you getting the hell out of our lives. I want you to disappear right now. Being able to finally exterminate such a pest from my life, from my son's life, makes me feel so much relief. Excuse me, Lena, what's going on here? We just got a notice in the mail about the payments on this house's rent, and we're being told that there's been no money that's been transferred to the housing company. Oh, don't tell me that you took all the money that was being used to pay for this house before you left.
The account that's used to pay the rent on that house was shared between Marcus and I, so that can't be the case.
Then why was the rent not paid when it should have been?
I don't know, nor do I care. If you really want to know the answer to that, then go talk with your $30,000 a month son instead of me. He's the one with his name on the place after all, and he's the one you wanted living with you. So don't start asking me like you were expecting me to be paying the rent when you just kicked me out of there and also made it sound like I have no money.
Well, Marcus told me that since you're no longer here, there's no way for us to pay that rent. In other words, this proves that you stole the money from us, right?
Well, so far you haven't been able to prove anything. I seriously do not get it. After all that's happened to his own wife this past week and a half, he's still going to lie to you about all of it?
What are you talking about? What kind of lies are he telling me still? Are you really saying that my son Marcus is to blame for all of this? Is that really the way a wife like you should be talking about your husband, for God's sake? Honestly, I am going to have to figure out some way that'll get you to understand your position in this family.
I'm not listening to anything a completely lost old hag has to say to me.
What did you say?
As for that $30,000 a month that you always love to talk about, I'm the one making it.
What?
Currently, with my online business that's been doing wonders for me, I've been able to operate and run multiple businesses. And when taking all of those businesses into account, I have exactly 100 employees working for me.
What?
In other words, my income has been the one thing that's allowed for both you and your son to continue having a roof over your heads and food on the table. Things like the gas, the water, the internet have all been paid for by me each month. And the same thing goes for the taxes on that place and the rent itself. Really, the only person between the three of us that's not done jack this whole time has been your son. The reason behind there being no more money left in that account probably starts with your son having used it all up already.
What? You think I'm about to start believing a word you just said to me? What kind of a business are you talking about? Oh, I get it now. You're running some kind of an illegal business online now, aren't you?
An illegal business? If that's the kind of thing you're going to start calling my career, then let's take a look at your own flesh and blood. He's been the one illegally importing goods to then sell on the black market after all.
The black market?
He likes to import things discreetly using smaller boats and then sell those really cheap items for insanely expensive prices on the black market, labeling them as real, authentic items. But so far, he's had a tough time getting any customers to stick around and buy from him, leaving him with only around $30 a month in income.
You're lying about that. My son is working for one of the largest and most famous companies in the state.
And he was fired from that company years ago. All he's been since that happened is a jobless nobody that likes to try sticking his hands in illegal business. Go ahead and tell him what I'm about to say to you. If he doesn't start telling the truth to you about me right now, I'm going to stop paying the rent on that house forever.
And who do you think you are saying things like that? Are you really going to start talking trash about my son, your husband? Hey, you answer me right now. Lena!
Yo, Lena! I'm not playing any more games with you now.
You're not wanting to play these games, but you're the one that wanted to start playing them so badly that you went and talked trash about your own wife to your mom. How come after all the horrible lies you've told her about me, you think you can still talk like I have to listen to you?
I told you already, I feel bad for doing all of that.
You already... Not once have you ever said you felt bad for doing any of those things to me. All you've done is say you have no other choice and that you have to continue licking your mom's boots or else she'll be sad or some crap.
Stop being so nitpicky here. Now you just come back to the house.
You already know that I'm not wanting to do that anymore.
Why not?
Not only has this crap between your mom and I been going on forever now, with you lying to her all the time about me, but just the other day she smacked me in the face with a frickin' ashtray and it broke my skin open. And you have not stepped in once to make this any better for me, the one that's being abused by her. I've come to think that you actually enjoy escalating all this fighting and don't really feel bad at all for what's happened to me.
I get that things have been bad lately. And it's the truth that I've been pushing a lot of the blame and such onto you, so that my mom won't become mad at me for the things I've been up to. But really soon here, I'm going to be successful, okay? I'll become a freelancer like yourself, doing good business. And you were able to exceed there, right? I get that it's taking time for me to get there, but I'm so close to bringing in loads of money like you've been doing for us.
Where's the proof of that then?
I don't have anything concrete just yet, but you get what I'm saying, right?
No, I do not. Because so far, the only thing I've ever seen out of you these past few years is your lazy ass always in bed sleeping in and never getting up to even make your own food. You think that way of living is going to make you the same as me overnight? And even if you were able to become freelance yourself, would it really make you look good? I've been doing it for a long time at home, yet your mom chose to still call me a useless, unemployed woman because I never left the house.
I'm well aware of that.
I had to pay for an office to go to every day in order to get away from her and make her realize that I do, in fact, have a job. And that's what I've been doing since then. But while I had to go through all of that for no good reason at all, you have been sitting there the whole time doing nothing but enjoying your leisurely self. When you leave the house, you're doing what again? Going out to see how your fake products are selling? Shut the hell up, Marcus. Shut your goddamn mouth, Marcus.
Having to work from home was like that sometimes.
Where the hell is your $30,000 a month then that you've been lying to your mom about? All you ever make is the same amount of money most kids are given in their allowance per month.
You're supposed to be appreciative of me.
Appreciative of you? Did you ever once help me in the past? Listen here, bud. I really am thankful that you were able to find my purse, pick it up, and give it back to me. I'm sure that's what ended up kicking off our relationship to one another. But are you really going to sit there for the rest of your life saying that picking up my $20 purse from a secondhand store, which had nothing in it at all, is something I need to be appreciating you for every single day? If that's something you think I should be praising you for doing, then let's think about what I've done for you ever since you lost your job years ago, and for your mom. Where the hell is that appreciation you should have for me moving into your family's house, paying all the rent and other bills, feeding the both of you, and having to do all the chores while working over 60 hours a week myself?
I am very thankful for what you've done. But I'm really trying my best over here.
Shut your frickin' mouth. I am not forgiving either one of you anyway, so screw this conversation.
Yo?
How's about a good old-fashioned divorce? Just having to sit on my phone talking to either one of you causes me to sweat with anger.
Something like that is way too quick, right?
Way too quick, you say? Nothing about a divorce happening now is too quick. I have been putting up with you and your mom for a very long time now. The only reason you're saying this is too quick is because you've been so disconnected from reality that you never were able to see me losing interest in both you and your family, right? For a while, I didn't even want to have to live with a divorce under my belt at my age, but you know what? Once I explained the reasoning behind such a divorce, anybody would be able to sympathize with me. I'm just wasting my time now sitting here working my ass off trying to stay alive when your mom is trying to kill me, and you're sitting around wasting my money.
Huh? Stop acting like such a victim now. So you think you can just get away with saying that all this has been a pain for you and nobody else?
I sure as hell do think that, and I will. Your mom is the literal definition of a bitchy fat whale who does nothing but sit around on that lazy boy of hers watching dramas all day. And I've had to do all the chores for you guys while my cunt of a husband does nothing but sit in his room laying in bed playing video games while telling his whale lies about me being a whore who goes out to drink all night. What the hell was I thinking putting up with this for so long while also having to support you both like you're my freaking pets? You both are insects, literal parasites.
That's just right now, though.
Who the hell do you think is going to believe that when this has been going on for years, Marcus? Even if you try to do anything to me after today, I'm cutting ties to you and your mom and won't be seeing you guys anymore. This is what the both of you deserve after what you've done to me. All you've been is manipulative little assholes who thought they could continue to treat me like I'm less than family. So here you go.
Lena, please, come back here and help us out.
Oh, damn it, I forgot to block your number yesterday. Now that you've reminded me to, goodbye.
Wait, at least listen to what I have to tell you first about our situation.
No thanks. I don't care about either of you guys anymore and will not do anything for you no matter what you tell me.
I heard about everything after talking with Marcus. You'd been working your butt off for the both of us this whole time without ever saying much of a word.
However, that got me nothing in return besides years of my money being wasted on the both of you as well as my time.
I never thought that my Marcus would get into a company like that, only to end up being fired from there half a year later.
And I hear the company he joined happened to be the same one your husband was running before you guys got that divorce. He took on your guys' son, feeling bad for him after having to leave you both, but found out soon after that he was useless trash to the company. Marcus told me that he left his job there due to his health or some BS. But the real reason happened to be that he caused a scandal there.
What? He never told me anything about that. And what exactly do you know about all that stuff?
The company his dad runs is one of my customers. And when I went to him asking about what happened with his son and the job he had there, he opened up to me about everything he'd done. Your son's a massive dumbass that thought he could get away with stealing loads of the company's money. Your ex-husband even told me to give up on your guys' son as he's not worth it.
No way! My Marcus would never do something like that!
Even after all the lies he's told you, you're still going to latch on to him like he's some precious and kind baby? I said both your ex and you were stupid before, but now I can see it's only you who's lacking any brain cells. I don't really care about anything else you have to blabber on about to me now, so I'm blocking you.
I told you to wait just a second, please!
What is with you asking me to wait without there being any real reason to? You're actually more annoying than that pile of crap son, you know?
Do you even have a heart inside that chest of yours? You have to understand what's going on here already.
No, I don't. I don't care to and won't be listening to you about what's happened.
If you leave the both of us, who will be around to take care of us in this house?
Oh, Jesus freaking Christ. Ask your waste of a child to try getting out of his bed for once to do that for you.
No way! Marcus keeps telling me he doesn't want to work as a company employee ever again. And I've been a housewife all my life, so I've never worked a day in my life for the past 30 years.
Then here's the perfect chance for you. Being in your 60s now with literally nothing to put on your resume may be a tough hire for most, but I'm sure that someone somewhere would love to have you as part of their team.
Then how about you go ahead and hire my son to come and work for you? Having someone you're married to working for you won't be so bad, right? You already know how great of a kid he is after all.
Huh? Are you even listening to me right now? He's the kind of scum that literally begged for his dad to hire him because he couldn't find anywhere else to go. And then after being hired, he started a scandal, stealing large amounts of the company's money from underneath his own dad's nose. Who the hell would want to hire a creature like that?
He's your husband, right? Why are you such a cold wife to him?
All right, you're blocked.
What? Wait, Lena, hold on. Lena! I said hold on! Lena, how dare you block me like that when I was still talking?
Oh my God, you have another number?
I had to in case something like this were to ever happen. Now how dare you block your own mother-in-law's number like that when you're my son's wife?
If I can remember this correctly, you guys were saying that me not being related to you both by blood meant that I was like a stranger. He told me that 5 times, actually.
I'm sure he was just saying those things to get you to shut up. He never actually meant any of it, and neither did I. So can you please come back to us and talk this all out? I made sure to leave the door unlocked for you.
Screw off. The next time you'll be hearing from me is when my lawyer gets involved and has a word with you both.
Your lawyer? What do you mean by that?
I'm already divorcing your son, of course, but I've also made sure to file a criminal report against you both.
What? Why would you do that?
So you're the one who's been mentally handicapped this whole time. After hitting me in the head with a metal ashtray, you just assumed nothing else would come of it?
Well, that was just...
That was you assaulting me. And for a reason that literally made no sense at all. That was a great crime you committed there, so have fun when you face the judge.
Now you're just taking things way too far. That was just an instance between a woman and her daughter-in-law, right?
You literally cut my head open with that hit, so I'm not staying quiet anymore. I have the medical reports from after the doctor had to stitch my head up at the ER, and you left me with a concussion. So good luck fighting this in court. I've also made sure to talk with Marcus's dad about all of this, and he said that I have his full support.
What?
Seems that your husband divorced you for some of the same reasons I'm divorcing your son over now. For someone who doesn't do anything at all, you're really good at making others feel like they're at fault for everything. I can see why after having to deal with your helpless ass for so long, he lost the love you once had. Yet even after that divorce was said and done, you continued to harass him, and he had to take things even further by getting a restraining order placed on you. Damn.
You frickin' monster! How much more are you going to make me seem like an idiot before you're happy? No wonder Marcus was always taking all your money from you. Besides money, you're no good for anything.
Ugh.
Shut your frickin' mouth, you fat hog of an old bitch! What?
Today really is a day of celebration, isn't it? So that's the only anger I'll be showing now. After all, in a little bit, both you and that good-for-nothing runt you vouch for all the time won't have any more food to eat, no roof over your heads, and no money in your pockets.
What are you saying?
I mean, you and Marcus won't be able to afford to buy food or pay for that place anymore, right? And since you'll have to start paying off a settlement to me, there's no hope for you guys even if you find jobs. I have all the evidence I need as well, by the way, so there's no other outcome at this point.
No way!
Did you know that every single day you would yell at me, and on the day you would hit me, I was recording it? Both with video and audio, just to make sure I got it all. And since I was the only one ever cleaning the house, you guys would never have found the mics I hid, or the cameras. And when you attacked me while I was sleeping on the couch, I have that in 4K. You've had plenty of years now to act like spoiled bitches, so now it's your turn to take a little responsibility for all your actions.
No! I'm sorry. Oh, this is all my fault. I just misunderstood so many things was all. And the fact that my baby Marcus was so dang cute, I had no choice but to spoil him. You are a part of our family. You're the most important member of our family.
The fact that you call your son, who is in his 30s now, a cute little baby, is so cringe that I'd gouge my eyes out with spoons if I had some to use. But luckily, I am shaking in my seat right now over how much I want to say goodbye to the both of you jackasses forever now. So from here on out, please don't ever talk to me or come near me ever again.
No way! We'll be in so much trouble. Please do something to help us.
How about you do something to help me for a change? Take that phone of yours and crush it under your foot right now.
Huh?
I said, take that phone of yours, put it on the ground, and then stomp on it. You see, you and your son are both the most meaningless people I've ever had the misfortune of being around. And, well, I want you both to suffer for what you've done to me, so crush your phone. That way you won't ever be able to talk to me again, no matter how many times you change your number, right? And after all the help I'd done for you guys already, I think one favor from you is fair. It's such a relief to have finally exterminated pests like you from my life. After all of that, I was able to safely and successfully get that divorce I'd been wanting from Marcus. And along with his mom, I was able to get a settlement of over $30,000 from the both of them. This then put them into instant debt, and with no way to pay for their rent, they were both kicked out of their house within weeks and sent to the streets. So right now, they're both living under a bridge not too far from their house, enjoying their lives as homeless people in this nice, crisp, cold January weather. It seems that Marcus isn't even bothering with his business anymore, and even though he'll have to start looking for work again, with the way he acts and behaves, there's no way he's actually going to start doing so. I wish I could have had more time to try and teach him that sitting around in his room all day in his 30s wasn't a good idea, but being forced to do everything for that family made that the least of my worries. And let's be real here, that wouldn't have really changed his outcome anyway. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
I think this farce has gone on for long enough. Don't bother coming back to the house anymore. There's no place for you here. Oh, and don't worry about your stuff. We did you the favor of putting it all out on the curb for you. Jessica's just as happy as I am that we're finally kicking you out, by the way. She said she got tired of having to smell your old lady perfume every time you walked by.
What? Hold on, what are you saying, Joseph? This is the first time you've texted me since... Good grief, you've never texted me since I got this new phone a few years ago. You don't even talk to me at home except to complain about something. And now out of the blue, you're telling me that you threw away all of my things? What's going on?
Are you really so senile that you still don't get it? We cleared out your room. It's ours now. I don't see why you would have any problem with that. It's not like you had anything important in there. You're not welcome in this house anymore, so never darken our doorstep again. If you even set so much as one toe on my property, I'll have you arrested for trespassing.
Joseph, what's gotten into you? Why are you all of a sudden kicking me out of the house?
Don't fool yourself. You know this isn't sudden at all. Like, don't tell me you didn't notice the fact that neither me or Jessica have said more than a few words to you in the last 20 years. I'm surprised you lasted this long, to be honest. I expected you to run away from home crying like a little girl years ago. But it seems like you just won't take the hint, so we decided that we had to step things up a notch. Seriously, do we need to put up a neon sign on the front lawn saying no old women allowed?
Trust me, I was most certainly aware that you and Jessica were doing your best to pretend I was invisible. But in spite of that, we all sat down at the table to eat dinner every night. We were still together, so we were still a family.
Oh my God, Leanne! I was joking when I called you senile earlier, but I think you might actually be going into early onset dementia. I guess that would explain a lot of things, come to think of it. Like, the only way you'd be able to put up with the way we were treating you is if you forgot about it all a few minutes later.
I was always under the impression that we might not put it into words very often, but that we were still getting along fine. There are a lot of different ways to show love, and since you hadn't told me otherwise, I thought you still loved me. I guess I was the only person who felt that way, though. Was I wrong to think that way, Joseph?
Of course you were! I can't believe this! You actually thought I loved you all these years? I mean, it's been a bit easier for the last few years since you've been spending most of your time at work. Having even a few hours each day when I can relax at home without you around is seriously refreshing. But then at the end of the day, you always have to ruin everything by coming home. I'm tired of having my pleasant evenings interrupted by your obnoxious presence. So don't ever come home again.
I see. So that's the way you've really felt about me?
Yeah, duh. You really didn't notice? It took 20 years of treating you like the plague for you to realize that?
Regardless of how you've been treating me, I always felt like you needed me around. And for my part, I never felt like living with you was unpleasant or burdensome, so I was fine with it. But now I see that the two of you were not.
Well, I'm glad you were able to learn something today. We're tired of putting up with you, and it ends tonight. Every single thing of yours in this house is now out on the curb. If you want to save it, I suggest you pick it up before the garbage trucks get here.
All right then, Joseph. If that's what you want, I'll leave. I don't feel much like being with someone who treats and talks about me so terribly. I wanted to avoid this if possible, but there's no way around it now. We're getting divorced.
Divorce? Don't make me laugh. You're not gonna divorce me. Get real. What's gonna happen to you without me, huh? You think there are any guys out there willing to marry you other than me?
Honestly, No, I don't imagine there are. But what of it? You've thrown away all my things and forbade me from entering the house again. Are you saying that I'm not welcome in your house or your life, but that I have to stay married to you in spite of that? You think I'm afraid of being single? Because I'm not.
I know you're afraid of being single.
Well, I'm about to prove you wrong. You remember that time several years ago when you left a signed stack of divorce papers on my desk? I still have them, and now that I know your true intentions, I'm going to sign them too.
Don't you mean had them? I threw away all your stuff. Right now, those papers are in the middle of a massive pile of your things out next to the road. You'll never find them.
Quite the contrary, those divorce papers are safe and sound in my office. I never expected you would do something so insane as throw my belongings outside without my permission. But I kept things that were most important to me out of your reach, just in case.
Are you serious? You kept them in your office at work? I thought you said you were fine with staying married to me. If that's true, why did you keep them?
I considered them to be my insurance policy. I may be nothing but a dense, senile old woman to you, but I have enough sense in this thick skull of mine to know that I should always have a plan B. And it looks like I was right to do so. Now that I don't need your signature, I can divorce you whenever I please.
I may not be much of a poker player, but I know a bluff when I see one. And you are bluffing big time. There's no way you're actually gonna divorce me. You lucked out big time when you were able to lock down a guy like me as your husband. You know that and I know that. So I know that there's no way you would do anything as self-destructive as walking away from the only man who would ever give you the time of day. The best thing for you to do right now is just walk away quietly. Really, that's all I want you to do. Just get out of my life. Oh, but before you do that, come and do something about the pile of your trash in my front yard. It's a bit of an eyesore.
You really think you're better than me, don't you, Joseph?
I don't think I'm better than you. I know that you're a lousy, good-for-nothing old woman who can't live without me.
And you, Joseph, what would you do without me?
Let's think about that for a second, shall we? All you do every day is get up, go to work, come home, do the housework, eat, sleep, rinse, and repeat. So what exactly about my life is going to change with you out of the picture? Absolutely nothing, that's what. I don't need you for anything. Go ahead, live wherever you want, do whatever you want, just don't ever come back around here again.
As you wish. I'm sorry things turned out like this between us. Goodbye. Hi there, Melanie. I'm sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but there's something I need to tell you. Do you have a moment to talk?
Leanne! Oh, it's so nice to hear from you. Oh, yes, I've got time. I'm currently at the hospital visiting my husband. He's been doing much better lately, so I've been coming to visit more often and staying longer. By the way, if you ever got a moment, would you mind terribly coming by to see him? He says he would love to get the chance to chat with you again.
Well, it's wonderful to hear that he's feeling better. Sure, I'd love to come and see him. Once things have calmed down for me a bit, I'll come visit as soon as I can.
Thank you so much, dear. Do let me know when you're coming, will you? I'd like to see you as well. Oh, but I'm sorry, you had something to tell me, didn't you? What is it, dear? Go right ahead.
The truth is that your son and I just got divorced yesterday.
What? You did? Oh no, what did that fool son of mine do to you this time?
It's kind of a long story. It was a bit of a slow build-up, and then everything happened all at once. I've put up with a lot in the past, but after this, I don't think it's going to work out between me and Joseph.
You poor thing. I can't imagine how hard that must have been for you. I'm here for you, Leanne. Go ahead and tell me everything that happened.
Thanks, Melanie. You and your husband have done so much to help me out over the years. Just for things to end up in such an unfortunate way. I'm so sorry that I couldn't do anything to prevent this from happening.
Oh no, oh don't tell me that you've been putting up with them all this time for our sakes.
Well, kinda. But I really do feel like I owe a huge debt of gratitude to you and your husband. And it's not really that I was putting up with them for you. It's just that once I divorced Joseph, then I would lose my connection to you.
Oh, Leanne, you don't need to worry about that. You've got it all entirely backwards. We're incredibly grateful to you, too. You did us the favor of taking that selfish, pompous son of ours off our hands. I don't know if that boy would have ever gotten married if not for you. All that we wanted was for the two of you to be happy with one another. But if you're saying that you need to divorce him, then there must be some very good reason behind it. We should have been more active in asking you how things were going. We always knew how afraid you were of causing trouble for us. I'm sorry we didn't notice how bad things were until now.
No, please don't feel bad. It's my fault entirely. I just couldn't let go of my foolish pride. I thought that divorcing him would mean I was giving up. But after what happened yesterday, I came to realize that sometimes walking away is the best thing for everyone. That's why I wanted to get the chance to say my goodbyes to you and your husband.
Oh, goodness gracious, Leanne, don't talk like that. We don't need to say goodbye.
But I'm just your daughter-in-law.
To us, you're more than that. We consider you every bit our daughter. You're a part of our lives and our family no matter what happens between you and Joseph. Even if you divorce him, my husband and I will always think of you as our daughter.
You really feel that strongly about me?
How could we not? We're the ones who are in your debt. If you think you owe it to us to stay with Joseph, then you're dearly mistaken. Your life is your own, Leanne, and you shouldn't let anyone take it away from you. Go ahead and live your life the way that you think is best. And if there's ever anything that we can do to help you, never hesitate to let us know.
Thank you so much, Melanie.
How many times do I have to tell you, dear, you can call me Mom?
Thanks, Mom.
That's more like it. What happens between you and Joseph is entirely your business, and we won't try to pressure you in any direction. If you want to talk, though, I'll always be here to listen.
You know, I might just take you up on that. I think there are a lot of things we should talk about. If it's all right with you, could I head over to see you right now?
What did you do, Leanne? I just got a letter in the mail. It says it's from your lawyer and that we have until the end of the month to move out of the house. You sold my house? You had no right to do that.
Actually, Joseph, I have every legal and moral right to do so. We are divorced, aren't we? And that house was never your house. I'm the one who bought it. It's mine. You didn't really think that I was going to let you keep living there free of charge after we divorced, did you? If you did, then wow, I have a feeling you might be the one going into early onset dementia.
Wait a second. You're joking, right? You actually divorced me?
I don't have the slightest clue why you would be shocked about that. I mean, did you actually think I wasn't going to? You and our daughter have been intentionally ignoring me for the last 20 years. And just a few days ago, you threw all of my stuff out onto the curb, kicked me out of the house, and told me never to come around there again. Did you think I was just going to let all that slide and stay married to you?
But, think about it. What are you going to do if you become single again at your age? There's no way any other guy is going to be willing to marry you. You're used goods.
Yeah, I know, and? There's more to life than being married, you know. Sure, most of the people in our circle of friends are married. All of them seem to be pretty happy with the path they took in life, too. But there are also plenty of single people we know who are getting just as much out of life. Some of those single people are divorced, too, and that doesn't seem to be having too much of an impact on how much they're enjoying life. So I think that even in the somewhat likely event I don't get remarried after you, it's not the end of the world. At the very least, I can say that being single for the rest of my life would be far better than spending the rest of it with a complete loser.
Complete loser? You're not talking about me, are you?
Is that a serious question? Who else would I be referring to? You seem to have been under the impression that you had the upper hand in our relationship. But the truth is that I was the one who was holding back on divorcing you. In ordinary circumstances, I would have kicked you to the curb years ago. And hindsight is 20/20, but knowing what I do now, I probably should have.
Excuse me? I'm the one who settled for marrying an older woman like you. I gave you the trophy husband that you always wanted.
Seriously, Joseph? Trophy husband? Get a grip. If you were any kind of trophy, you'd be a participation trophy.
Hey! Is that the thanks I get for allowing you to live with me for all these years?
Oh, it was a great privilege indeed, Joseph. Thank you so much for allowing me to pay all of our bills by myself. Oh, and it was especially kind of you to allow me to pay for our daughter's college education, too. You're totally right. It was wonderful having a trophy husband who has practically no redeeming qualities whatsoever. I mean, I guess you're slightly above average in looks, but other than that, there's nothing special about you at all. In any case, I am walking away from my old life and having a great time as I embark on a brand new journey.
I don't believe it! You're actually serious? Where did this attitude of yours come from anyway? You've never talked to me like this before. If that's how you really feel, then explain why you stayed with me for this long.
Why did I stay? Well, there are a few reasons. The first would be that I simply wanted to believe that there was love between the two of us.
What? Oh my God! You really are going senile, aren't you? I've barely spoken to you in the last 20 years. What would give you the impression that a man who won't even speak to you actually loves you?
You're right, we haven't had as many conversations lately as we used to. But that wasn't really a problem for me in particular. I was renting my own office space outside of the house to work in, so that actually worked to my benefit. I could give my all at the office during the day, then come home to peace and quiet at night. All I needed to do was keep the house somewhat clean and everything was golden. And you guys hardly ever complained about anything either, so I figured things were going well. Whether that's because you didn't want to talk to me or you simply didn't have much to complain about, I can't be sure though. But speaking of which, I don't think I've ever seen either of you so much as wash a single plate in all the time we've been together. How is the house looking right about now? I hope you haven't made too big of a mess.
Well, that's none of your concern. You don't live here anymore anyway.
Maybe not, but it's still my house.
Yeah, I forgot about that, but I never expected that you'd really follow through on your threat to divorce me.
You seriously underestimated me. While you were ignoring me for 20 years, I wasn't just sulking in sorrow. I was working, cooking, cleaning, living my life like normal, mostly by myself. Now think, in all that time, did I ever ask you for help with anything?
Hold on a sec, let me try to remember.
Don't bother, because I never asked you for help. Meanwhile, you were completely reliant on me for just about every aspect of our lives. That means that me leaving is going to have a far bigger impact on you than it will on me.
That's not true. But even if it were true, that still wouldn't justify you taking my house away from me.
Maybe not, but you kicking me out certainly did. I have no reason to continue owning a house that I'm unable to live in. You did this to yourself.
I don't see it that way. But where do you get off divorcing me just because you found out I didn't love you anymore? You had no problems with putting on a happy face and dealing with it up until now. What gives?
I could ask you the same question. You pretended to love me until you didn't feel like it anymore. By the time I caught on, you had already wasted away my youthful years. That cost me any chance I may have had of getting remarried to someone who actually cared about me.
Hey, it's not my fault that you were lost in some fantasy about me wanting to be all lovey-dovey with you. What about the time you got sick, huh? I didn't divorce you then, even though I could have. While you were in and out of the hospital for days and weeks at a time, I was taking care of Jessica all by myself. You owe me for that.
Jessica was 13 when I got sick. She was more than capable of taking care of herself. And you barely did anything for her during that time. You were always going out to eat by yourself and leaving Jessica to fend for herself. Your mom was the one who ended up doing most of the cooking and cleaning for you. So if there's anyone I owe a debt of gratitude to, it's your mother, not you.
Okay, well, you would never have met my mother if you hadn't married me. Ha! You see, all the best things in your life are thanks to me. So it's like I said after all, you have no right to kick us out of the house.
You want to talk about the time I was sick? Okay. While I was in the hospital, did you or Jessica ever once come to visit me? No, you didn't. Your mother and father, however, were regularly stopping by to keep me company. By the way, I also know what you did to Jessica. You told her that I was the one who was causing all the problems for our family. Thanks to you, she thinks that you're some sort of superhero while I'm just a worthless parasite. But you did what you had to do, I guess. If you didn't paint me out to be the bad guy, she would have noticed what a jerk you were.
All I told her was the truth. If we didn't have to pay for your medical bills, we'd be able to have a way better lifestyle than we do now.
Right you are, Joseph. Do you know what would also enable us to have a much better lifestyle? If you would actually hold down a job for more than a week at a time.
What are you talking about? I've been going to work every day of the week for our whole marriage.
I thought we had already covered the fact that I'm not an idiot. I know that you haven't actually been going to work.
You're lying. You got no proof of that.
Okay, what about the fact that I handle all the family's finances and can see exactly when your paychecks were deposited into our account? Sometimes you would go for entire months at a time without receiving a single paycheck, all while you were still going to work every day. Would you mind explaining that?
I was getting paid under the table. That way we can avoid having to pay income taxes. You're lucky you have such a streetwise man around the house.
Oh, I see. Then what did you do with the money?
What do you mean? I used it for, family stuff.
For example?
What, am I supposed to remember every single thing I ever spent my money on?
Just one example would be nice. But I know for a fact you haven't been paying any of our bills. Utilities, property taxes, groceries, internet, cell phones, the mortgage. I've made every single payment out of my own paycheck. So, Mr. Reliable Family Man, where have you been spending the money you've earned?
I don't have to answer anything you ask me. What I do with my money is my business.
You're right, sort of. It doesn't really matter anymore. I already know what you've been spending it on. Anyway, it's a fact that you haven't contributed at all to the family's bottom line, or even done any housework to speak of. Meanwhile, I've been doing both, while also giving you two all of the love that a mother and wife should. I can honestly say that the only reason I was able to make it this long was because of the support your parents gave me. I lost my parents back when I was in college, so I had missed out on that sort of parent-child relationship until I married you. It didn't matter to me that we weren't related by blood. All that mattered was that they loved me unconditionally for who I was, and that meant the world to me. Which brings me to the second and most important reason I didn't divorce you sooner. I didn't want to lose my relationship with your parents.
Is that right? Well, sucks for you. Now that we're divorced, you're never gonna have a relationship with them again. Looks like I need to work my persuasive magic on them just like I did with Jessica. I'll tell them that you were the one who abandoned me. I might even throw in that you were cheating on me. They'll hate you for sure.
Don't waste your time. I already explained the situation to them myself.
You did?
That's right, I told them exactly why I divorced you, including you kicking me out of the house as well as ignoring me for the last 20 years. Your parents are very sensible people, unlike you, so they could tell that you were the one in the wrong. And guess what else? Your mother told me personally that she will always think of me as her daughter, no matter what happens between us. On the other hand, they are furious with you.
What? But why?
Remember a little bit ago when I said I knew what you were spending all your money on? I misspoke. It's not what, but who.
Wait, you mean...
Yes, Joseph, I know about Selena. She is old enough to be your daughter, you creepy old geezer. And the reason you kicked me out of the house was so you could make room for her to move in. I've known about her for quite some time, but I held my tongue for the same 2 reasons I gave you earlier. But I don't need to hold my tongue anymore. Your parents have given me their blessing to do with you what I will.
Hey, let's back up 1 second. Selena? I have no idea who that is.
Don't bother playing dumb. I have all the evidence I need, all locked up in my office where you can't touch it.
Okay, can we talk about this?
Sorry, Joseph, but I'm not interested in anything you have to say. Now that I know my relationship with your parents is safe, I'm done with you. I'll see you in court. After that, Joseph kept begging me for a chance to come and apologize to me. He knew that if I found out he was spending my money on his mistress, I could sue him to get it back. But I didn't need or want an apology from him. All I want is that he gives me what's rightfully mine. It turns out that Joseph never visited his dad once while he was in the hospital, just like he did with me. That, combined with the revelation of his emotional abuse and infidelity, led his parents to a quite radical conclusion. They wrote Joseph out of their will. This was quite the blow to Joseph, as he had been counting on receiving a sizable inheritance from them. So what will they do with their fortune? I assumed they would donate it to charity, but they decided to leave it to me instead. I felt guilty accepting that, but they were insistent. So now, even after Joseph and I divorced, I still visit them regularly. When I'm with them, it feels like the wounds from the loss of my birth parents are starting to heal. I hope to spend as much time with them as possible to repay them for the kindness they've shown to me.
Ugh. I just wish your wedding would get cancelled. You shouldn't be getting married to my son. You're a thief. You stole my precious Tony away from me. Give him back to me at once.
Oh, Florence? I need to talk to you about what happened just a moment ago. Why did you have to cry and make a scene during my wedding today? What was the point of that?
Huh? You're mad that I started crying at your wedding ceremony? Do you think I wanted to do that? No, it just happened. I couldn't control my sadness. In fact, don't say I was causing a scene. I'm devastated, so much that both my tears and voice dried up. You should be concerned for me, not mad.
Oh, okay. So, does that mean you disapprove of me and Tony's marriage after all?
Of course I do. Are you dumb? I never even said that I approved of you two in the first place.
Huh? But I remember you doing exactly that.
I might have said that I approve of you marrying Tony with my mouth, but my heart was saying the opposite. I hated that idea ever since I first heard it. I tried my absolute hardest to put up with this, but right when I saw you two standing at the altar, I couldn't hold it in anymore. Why did a subpar woman like you have to get married to my adorable Tony? I can't believe it. He deserves someone so much better than you.
That's why you started bawling today? I think there's a lot to sort out here. Can you, me, and Tony all meet and have a conversation about this? If we want to continue as a family, we need to talk. As of now, the wedding isn't fully canceled. We're just taking a quick break. So now's our best chance to talk things out with each other. We should share our thoughts together and come to an understanding.
Are you kidding me? Natasha, I would never want to meet you, ever again. Why don't you quit making things worse for me? Can't you give me a break? I've been through enough already. Oh no, my tears are starting to fall again. Please stop hurting me.
Florence, please calm down, take a breath. Tell me, what do you want me to do right now? I'm just trying to understand.
What you should do for me right now? Well, isn't it obvious? Cancel this wedding right this moment and give me back my adorable Tony. That's all I want from you.
Even if this is what you really want, I can't do that for you. Can't you see? We're still in the middle of a wedding. Even though you interrupted it, it's still going to happen. Just wait. If we cancel the ceremony right now, then a lot of unforeseen problems are going to pop up.
You're saying a few problems will pop up? Well, the real problem here is you marrying my Tony. Natasha, you love him, right? I mean, you've been with him for years. If that's so, then shouldn't you do as he wishes? Isn't that your responsibility as his partner?
Wait a minute. I shouldn't have to say this because I thought it was obvious, but I'm pretty sure Tony wants to be married to me. I mean, it's our big day today. You must be mistaken.
Oh gosh, why don't you stop with your delusions right there? You don't know about the whole story, do you? You know how kind Tony can be, right? Well, he didn't get married to you because he wanted to. Instead, he did it because he knew you couldn't find anyone else. He offered to be your husband out of kindness. If it weren't for that, he would have been with a much better woman than you by now.
Oh, I see. I mean, I guess if that's what he's really thinking, then I'm okay with canceling our wedding.
Why are you acting so arrogant? You should be thankful that he even considered marrying you in the first place. A woman as incompetent as you was accepted by a great man like Tony. The moment he dumps you, your life is seriously over. You have no potential at all. What a shame. You're losing your only shot at a happy life. I can't wait to see your miserable, crying face when he finally leaves you.
I see what's going on now. Florence, you despise me, don't you? You want me to bring Tony back to you, but you also want me to suffer terribly in the process.
Of course I'm wishing the worst for you. Thieves need to be punished for their crimes. It's how justice works. Back to what I was saying, you better make sure to cancel this wedding. I'll be kind enough to help you out. I'll explain to all the guests here on why this wedding was called off.
And what's your explanation going to be exactly?
I was thinking of telling him that we found out you were cheating on the groom all along. That would shut this wedding down in an instant. It's a tad risky, though. I hope they believe it, because I don't think there are many men who would want to cheat with you.
You're serious about this? I heard everything from your mother. She ruined the wedding ceremony. But did you make your decision on what you want to do yet? She wants to cancel the entire wedding immediately. Do you want to do that as well?
Of course. Let's hurry up and end this thing already. What? Do you have a problem with this, Natasha?
What? Are you serious right now? You actually want to call off this wedding? After all the years we've dated and all the preparations we've done for this day?
Yeah, that's what I said. Besides, did you not hear from my mom? I thought she explained everything to you. Ever since a while ago, I've wanted to cancel our wedding. I've changed my mind about our relationship. I know we were engaged, but the truth is, I don't need you anymore. I eventually asked my mom to help out because I didn't want to be the one to cause a big scene. Thanks to my mom being brave enough to scream and collapse in tears in front of everyone, the wedding will finally be canceled. You shouldn't be complaining. It's just a mother's love for her child. She'd do anything for me.
You're seriously going to call off our wedding? Then what are you going to do with all that debt you have? I mean, it's massive.
My debt? I don't need your help with that anymore. I've got it handled.
If that's true, then I hope you return every penny you owe. Hold on. Have you forgotten that you're unemployed? How in the world are you going to manage to pay for everything off by yourself?
Well, my mom's acquaintance is a CEO, and he's offering to hire me into his company. It's a pretty prestigious one, even. I'm going to be successful anytime soon. He's attending this wedding right now. We'll talk business after the wedding is over. I'll make sure to have a chat with him to introduce myself later. I guarantee you he's going to hire me instantly.
Oh, really? I didn't know Florence had important connections like that. Well, let's say you actually get hired into that company. You would start working a 9-to-5 as an employee. Even then, I doubt you would be able to return all your debt. We've been trying our best to pay it off for years, and despite our efforts, it's still 6 figures.
Listen, I'm not idiotic. I know it'll take years, maybe even decades to pay off all my debt. That's why I don't intend to pay it off with just my salary. I have a better plan. If I bet my income into gambling, I'm sure I'll win an amount even larger than my debt right now. I love horse racing after all.
What? You're joking, right? Tony, the reason you got into debt in the first place was because of your awful gambling habits. You never think about things in the long run. You just focus on instant gratification. Are you seriously thinking that you want to repeat that cycle again? You'll go right back to where you started, at rock bottom.
How dumb do you think I am? I've thought everything out already. I'm guaranteed to win this time. I'm currently researching every racehorse's traits and patterns on the racetrack. I've analyzed these endlessly. After I continue my studies for a while, I'll know the right time to bet all my money on the best horse. I'm sure of it. If I continue with my plan, then there's no way I'll fail and lose my bet again. Everything will go according to plan.
Oh my gosh, no. There's no way you can trust yourself like that. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars going down the drain here.
Natasha, I'm divorcing you. You better not say anything else to me because I won't listen to you anymore. Shut your mouth.
I'm not trying to annoy you. I'm worried about you, Tony. Your plan could end in an absolute financial disaster. You've been given the rare chance of being recruited directly by a CEO, so you can't waste it. You'll be better off working and spending that money responsibly.
If I do that, then the debt will be paid off years down the line. Why wait when I can get this over with in an instant? I just need to win back what I lost. It's that simple. I have this one shot, so I need to take advantage of it. Plus, I want to pay off my loans before my mom finds out about them. I've been hiding it from her for years, and I don't want her to be a burden. You know how she can be sometimes. She's clingy.
Do whatever you want to. I'm not in charge of you. You are. I guess the wedding is canceled as well, right? And that's what you really want?
Yup, it's canceled because you cheated on me. Well, you didn't, but that's the story we're running with. Don't forget to apologize to every guest for the cancellation, okay? It's all your fault, so take responsibility for it.
Were you seriously in favor of that idea too? You're willing to frame me for adultery?
There's no choice but to do so. I already told you my future CEO is attending this wedding. I can't afford any damage to my reputation. What? Am I supposed to say the truth? That I was using you to pay off my debt, but now I don't even need you anymore? Come on, my career is on the line here.
You and Florence are the worst of the worst. It's true what they say. Parents and their children really do mirror each other's behavior. Do you know how much I've helped you with your debt? I've paid off almost half of it, and it took me years.
Why are you bringing this up? If you loved me back then, of course you would help me to pay it off. You chose to do so yourself. I never forced you to do it. Quit yapping about the past and go home already. You don't belong to our family anymore. You're a stranger to us.
Cut it out. Don't you dare insult me any further. You don't want to marry me anymore? Fine. Right back at you. I wouldn't marry you if you were the last person on earth. You better prepare yourself, because whatever happens to you after this, I won't be responsible for it.
Hey! Don't even think about doing anything stupid, you hear me? You deserve all of this, so don't put a stop to it. You better take this stuff seriously, Natasha, or else.
Natasha, what was that announcement you just did? Are you planning something? I thought you agreed to our arrangement.
Did you not hear what the speaker said? I'll repeat it then. I have something I would like to show everyone, so please be seated. Did you catch that?
I heard it clearly the first time. I don't understand what you're trying to do here. The wedding is already over, and everyone was in the middle of packing up their things to leave. Why are you trying to stop them? The ceremony ended because you cheated on Tony in the first place, so you don't have any right to tell the guest here what to do. You've caused them enough trouble.
Stop with the lies, Florence. Just shut up already. You're a pathetic excuse for a person, you snake.
What did you just say to me?
I said shut up, you snake. You heard me. I keep wondering how you can be such a rotten and wretched human being, and I still haven't figured it out. I can't stand you any longer.
Natasha, why are you saying such foul words to me? You better watch your tone.
You're asking me to watch my mouth? It's too late for that. You can't tell me what to say when you've done far worse things to me. Why am I the bad one here? I'm just calling you by what you are, a worthless backstabber.
What the? I knew it. You have no dignity or class as a woman. You're absolutely vulgar. I was right to cancel this wedding. I was able to protect my precious Tony. If I hadn't done so, he would be living with a trashy woman like you.
Oh, sure. Why don't you keep patting yourself on the back for what you've done today? You're the only one who's willing to do that. Just wait until you lay your hands on what I've prepared for you today. Quit texting me and pay attention to the screen in front of you. I have a surprise.
Huh? Are you going to put something on the screen? Ugh. What did you just do? I can't believe it. This is so low even for you. Who knew you could be this petty?
Oh, so this is what you call petty. You seriously lied to everyone about me cheating on my husband and forcibly canceled our entire wedding.
Huh. Well, that doesn't matter right now. Leaking our private messages to the public is extremely immoral. Depraved, in fact. And the audacity to do all of this at a wedding, of all places. That screen was supposed to show cute videos of the two of you and whatnot. But instead it's used like this.
Did you actually think I forgave you for what you did to me today? You're not the only one that's feeling angry here. In fact, I'm absolutely furious at you. There's no point in thinking about whether or not my actions are immoral. There's no use. The worst thing that happened today was you screaming and crying at the top of your lungs in the middle of the wedding. And it turns out it was all a lie. You shouldn't be calling me petty or out of my mind because you're the lunatic here. You're the one who's depraved, not me.
Oh, don't tell me I was lying. Those tears were real. I was actually feeling devastated because my son was getting married off to a lowlife like you.
Yeah, but he's not anymore. This is all because you found an executive who was finally willing to hire Tony. He threw me away when he didn't need me anymore. This stupid son of yours seriously asked you to pretend to cry during our ceremony, so he would have an excuse to not get married to me.
Don't you dare call my son stupid. That's not true at all. You might not know it, but Tony's very intelligent. You'll never be as smart as him.
Oh, come on. Quit being delusional. Everyone that interacts with him can see instantly how idiotic he is. Just look at his problem with excessive gambling. I'll tell you something that you don't know, Florence. Tony has humongous debt after losing his bets on a horse race. This happened years ago. I guess you're not really understanding this. Do you want me to put the evidence up on the screen for you and everybody else to see? I have a lot of it, so you two can have some fun watching it together. You're an evil mother and son, so I want you to see this.
Huh? Don't do that, please. I'm begging you.
I can't believe this. You degenerate. You went above and beyond to hurt us, didn't you? You're an awful person. Do you have any idea what you've just done?
Of course I do. I knew this would damage the two of you, and that's exactly why I did it. I'm doing everybody here a favor by leaking it to the public, just how wretched you and Florence are. I also did it to save my reputation. I couldn't ruin my image by having everyone here believe I was unfaithful to you.
You wretch. You went so far as to reveal to everyone my amount of debt. Because of what you've done just now, the CEO that was going to give me a job was so shocked, he left the wedding venue early. Now I have no choice of getting hired by him. How could you ruin my life like this? Everything is done for.
Here we go again. All you care about is yourself, and you never think about me. My life was ruined first because of your financial debt, and it continued for years. Do you know that I was responsible for paying off most of the debt? I helped you so much, and you didn't even bat an eye. You're a ridiculous narcissist. How selfish can you be?
What? I already told you. You helped pay off my debt because you wanted to. You were never obligated to do that. I don't think I owe you anything, Natasha.
That's right. I loved you more than anything back then, and that's why I helped you with your debt, so I won't ask you to pay me back the money. That would be wrong of me. But I despise you for a different reason. I was so determined and full of love for you, yet you abandoned me in an instant. You better regret that for the rest of your life.
You know, you never really changed from when you were young, did you? I know you used to be a delinquent. You told me you turned over a new leaf, but it's starting to look like you never did. You're still a troublemaking brat like you've always been.
You're wrong. I'm a different person now. But no matter how much I've changed over the years, it's obvious that I'll snap in a situation like this. I have to add that you're going to be paying for the cancellation of our wedding. It's only natural because you're the one who caused all of this ruckus.
What are you talking about? I thought the cash gifts were going to compensate for the cancellation fees. There's so many guests who attended today. Hold on. Are you trying to steal the cash gifts too? That's out of line. We should at least split it 50.
Huh? Do you really think we'll be taking the guest cash gifts, even though there was no wedding at all? No way we're doing that. We're giving the money back to them. How stupid can you be? Why would the guests give cash gifts to a couple who isn't even getting married? That'd be ridiculous. Who would be okay with that? Not a single person, I bet. It's unacceptable.
Wait a minute, then did you already give the cash gifts back to the guest?
Of course I did. Isn't it obvious? I gave them their money back one by one as they headed to the venue's exit. I have to ask, did your stupid mother think that you could hog the cash gifts too? Even with no wedding going on? Gosh, what an idiotic family you are. I'm honestly shocked and starting to feel sorry for you too. What a pity.
What? You don't have to go that far to insult us. That was so unnecessary. Okay, then let's split the cancellation fees of the wedding. You're responsible for half, and I'm responsible for the other.
What? Why do I have to be the one to pay for the cancellation? Are you listening to yourself right now? If you're serious about what you just said, then I'll fight you in the courtroom about it. You better not be going through with this, or you'll have to face my lawyer. I'm not worried too much. Anybody who looks at our situation can see that you're in the wrong. No one will want to side with you.
Ugh, darn it! What on earth am I supposed to do now? Oh my gosh, everything's ruined! Why can't things go the way I wanted them to?
Hi, Natasha. I've been trying to get into contact with you for a while now. I've texted you multiple times and you haven't answered me. Can you hear me out, please?
Oh, it's you again. I already told you, stop texting me. You're annoying and I don't like wasting my time on you. We're strangers now, remember? We used to be family, but not anymore. And it's all because of what you two did.
Please, I beg of you. Just listen to what I have to say, even for a little bit. Tony and I, well, things are really difficult for us right now. You know, financially.
I can see why that would happen. I knew you two would be in a rough spot considering the circumstances you're in. Not only are you two responsible for the heavy debt from years ago, but you're now in charge of paying off the cancellation fees of the wedding we had.
I know, but that's not all. The debt collectors came to our house the other day and demanded that he finish paying off his debt. Then, Tony said that he would be able to pay it all off by tomorrow. He told me he would go to bet on the horse race to win all his money back, once and for all.
Ah, that's exactly what I thought Tony would do. Always placing his bets on the horse race. Anyway, what happened then?
Huh? Oh, that's all? Isn't this a serious situation? I'm so worried for him. I don't know where he is or why he's gone. Aren't you even worried a little, Natasha? Don't you feel like you want to help Tony in this crisis?
Help him? I think I do the opposite. In fact, I'm rooting for the debt collectors, not Tony. I just can't wait to see you two be destroyed. Oh, I would love to witness that up close. You two have been getting away with so much for too long. Actually, on another thought, I wouldn't want to watch you guys. I changed my mind. You two have wasted enough of my time already.
What? How can you be so insulting? It just never stops coming.
I'm the bad one here? You shouldn't be talking. You and Tony are the most vile creatures to walk this earth. Anyway, just quit being so worried about this. You're annoying me. Why don't you just hope and pray that Tony will win all his money back?
I heard everything about you from Tony. When you were still a teenager, you were a delinquent. He said you were so troublesome that you were this close to being sent to juvenile detention. You had a lot of cops showing up at your doorstep, didn't you? What a violent life you lived. No wonder your attitude is awful, even today.
I mean, what you just told me isn't a lie. I was actually like that in the past, so I won't deny it. And, did you have anything else you wanted to add?
Oh my gosh. How are you so unapologetic about your past? I'm just saying, you're a rotten apple. You make everybody else around you unhappy. I doubt you'll ever live a joyous life from here on out. Tony was your best shot, and you lost him. You better brace yourself because your life will be rough.
I think I'll do just fine, thanks. At the very least, my life will be better than yours. You two have messed up your own lives. You just don't know it yet.
You just never stop yapping, do you? Quit talking back to me.
Give me a break. I was putting on a facade for so long just to please you two. It was exhausting. Let me let my true self out, just this once. I deserve it.
I've had enough of you. I won't try to depend on you any longer. You never want to help me. I guarantee that Tony will win his bet on the horse race and come right back to me. He has to. I believe in him. He's never let me down, not even once. Don't you ever say that he won't return.
Okay. Whatever you say, just calm down. Believe what you want to.
Hi. I really need your help right now. I thought Tony should be back home by now, but he's been missing since yesterday. I think something terrible has happened. I bet the debt collectors kidnapped him because he failed to pay them back. He's in danger.
What? Tony isn't coming home. It's been at least 24 hours.
Yeah, he won't answer my calls or even read my text. He's never done this before. He's missing. I just know that those debt collectors took him away from me. Or maybe, could it be that you also played a part in this? If you did, spit it out already. I need my Tony back.
Are you crazy? Why would I be involved with Tony's disappearance?
Well, you told me yesterday that you're rooting for the debt collectors and not Tony. That's enough of a motive. It all makes sense now. You helped the debt collectors abduct Tony. Where is he? Tell me right this moment. I'll never forgive you. You deserve to be punished for this.
Oh my gosh, calm down. Listen to me. I heard that Tony had a huge win in horse racing yesterday. Have you heard about this yet?
What? No, nobody's told me.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised by this whole thing. I thought he would have contacted you by now. I heard from his horse racing buddy that he hit a trifecta on a dark horse and won over $200,000. I guess his studying really did pay off.
What? $200,000? Is that really true?
Knowing Tony, I'm surprised that he didn't brag about it to you. His ego is massive, you know. So the fact that he won a significant amount of money in horse racing, but hasn't come home yet? Oh, I think I figured it out.
Yeah, it has to be kidnapping, obviously. I'm right about this. There's no other possibility. The debt collectors must have found out that he possessed a lot of money and stolen it from him.
No, that's not what I think happened here. I think he took his $200,000 and made a run for it. He probably got sick of his debt and wanted to keep his money, so he left you with it instead. He thinks you'll pay it off for him so he can avoid his responsibilities.
What are you even saying right now? There's no way Tony would do that to me. He loves me. I'm his mother.
I understand how this is unfathomable to you, but I really think this is the best possibility of what happened. Think about it. Isn't it strange that he doesn't have any contact with you right now?
I already told you why it is. Tony's been kidnapped. He doesn't have his phone on hand, and they've probably taken him somewhere far, far away. There's no way my son would ever betray me. There's no good reason to do so. Hang on. I'm going to hurry to the police station to tell the cops that he's been abducted. I need them to begin an investigation as soon as possible.
What? Are you planning to storm inside with no evidence? They wouldn't believe you.
Oh, shut up! There's no way I can just leave my dear son alone in a dangerous situation. Tony's probably pleading for my help right now. I have to go save him.
Ugh. You're overreacting. Hey, when are you going to quit leaving me on red? I've been sending you a ton of text. Answer me, Tony. I know you're there. If you keep this up long enough, sooner or later your mom's going to go crazy trying to find you.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Ugh. I knew you were here the whole time. Florence knows that you've been missing for a while now, and she's really worried. She thinks you were kidnapped and you need help. She doesn't believe that her son could ever force her to take care of all your debt and skip town. She trusts you so much.
Whatever you're going to say to me, I have zero intention of going back there. Natasha, I'm asking you to take care of my mom. He's going to need your help, especially with the debt.
Oh my gosh, Tony. Just how awful can you be? You've betrayed me and now your own mother? What's wrong with you? I know your mom's just as bad of a person as you are. You both have terrible attitudes. But she loves you more than anybody else. Her love is real and you're just going to backstab her?
Well, if she really loves me, then she should be happy for me. I'm finally free, and I have a lot of money in my hands. She should be supportive of my choice in leaving her as well.
That reminds me, where are you right now? I know you left town, but I'm wondering where you traveled to.
What? Don't try to trick me, Natasha. There's no way that I'm telling you my current location. I've already said my farewells to my hometown. I'll never go back there. Ah, the view from this bus is amazing. I can see the horse racetrack that changed my life for the better. Can't wait to see what's in store for me.
You see the horse racetrack from the bus window?
Anyway, I guess this is goodbye, Natasha. I'm gonna live a life of success and fortune with all this money. Wish me luck, will ya?
Hey, Florence. I was right all along. Tony took the $200,000 and ran off after all. I got into contact with him directly. You were definitely deceived by him.
What? Is that what he really said to you?
He admitted everything to me. He told me he's never coming back to this town ever again. He's going to push the debt onto you to take care of it. You now have a 6-figure payment due.
Is this really true? Oh, thank goodness.
What?
Tony's doing okay, right? I'm so grateful. A part of me thought he was dead, so I'm glad to hear that he's alive. I wouldn't know how to live without him.
Hold on a second. You were stabbed in the back by your son. He left you to pay for all of his debt, and your financial situation is ruined. Despite all of that, you're not furious at him for it? Not even a little annoyed?
Of course not. I'm so relieved. If Tony's happy, then I'm happy. I'm wishing the best for him always. I bet you wouldn't know what that's like, you worthless scum.
Oh, you're so compassionate for your son, yet your personality is messed up. This reminds me, I've already let the debt collectors know Tony's current location. They're headed to meet him right this moment.
What?
He told me that he saw the horse racetrack outside of his bus window. You know, the one he always gambles at. I did some research and I was able to find the bus route he's on right now. I'm so glad he was able to provide some helpful tips to locate him. Turns out he's headed to Richmond. The debt collectors I got in touch with have some colleagues there, so those guys are waiting for Tony at the bus station. There's no chance of escaping now. They've got him cornered.
Oh my gosh, what have you done? This is horrific. Tony was finally able to get away from his debt collectors, and you're getting him caught? I knew you were a brat, but you're also a snitch. You rat. How could you stoop this low?
Are you forgetting that Tony is in the wrong here? It's completely unacceptable to not pay any money back to the person who lent it to you. It doesn't matter who granted you that money or how much it was. You're obligated to pay it off. Besides, those debt collectors were kind enough to negotiate lower interest rates with Tony to make the payments more manageable. They also extended the deadline for him. You might think that they're the bad guys here, but they're really not. Tony's in the wrong here. Despite the debt collector's kindness, he ignored them completely and ran from his responsibility.
I don't care about what they offered to Tony. They shouldn't have bothered him in the first place. They ought to let my son be free, not bound him up with his debt. He deserves better than this.
So you're saying that you seriously want to pay off his debt? All by yourself? Tony has close to $250,000 of cash on hand. As your duty as his parent, you should try to persuade him to use it to pay off his debt. Don't just forgive every single thing he does.
Quit talking down on me. What do you know about parenting? Nothing. It's my freedom to raise Tony the way I want to. Don't speak as if you understand anything that goes on in our home. You're just trash, and you've never even been a mother before.
What? That has nothing to do with this. Even a little kid has no problem understanding that you need to return any money you borrowed from someone. If you're really his mother, then at least teach him about basic morals. It's looking like you both don't know the bare minimum. Aren't you embarrassed? A former delinquent has better manners than you. I can't believe you need someone like me to lecture you.
What did you just say to me? Gosh, you're such a dirtbag.
Exactly. You're the one that needs a dirtbag to scold you. You're worse off than me. It's humiliating. Afterwards, Tony was caught by the debt collectors at Richmond bus station. From the $200,000 of cash that he held onto, the majority of it was taken to pay for his debt. It was finally settled after years. Even though his mother was betrayed by him, she quickly called him back to her house. They began to live together again like they had done before. Tony wasn't able to learn from his past, and shockingly, he bet all of his remaining money into horse racing once again. After a vicious cycle of losing all his bets, his debt that was finally gone appeared again. This time, it was now as large as a few $100,000. As a result, the two of them have no other choice but to slave away at their physically demanding jobs. Allegedly, at this pace, their debt is going to be paid off in a whooping 10 years, or perhaps even more. Just thinking about that must make them feel faint. They won't have a chance to rest until after a decade. I hope they're finally able to reflect on their actions that caused all of this in the first place. Despite their current situation, however, the only thing Florence worries about is her son. Tony really is the apple of her eye. She's so fixated on him that even his lack of appreciation doesn't shake her commitment. Even though Tony has once abandoned her and stabbed her in the back, to Florence, he can do no wrong. He's the center of her world. He really is oblivious to his mother's sacrifices for him. He truly only thinks of himself, so I hope they can become better people from this experience.